What's happening, traders? Welcome back to the channel. Don't go anywhere. Support the channel, and you can do that by simply subscribing to the channel and click that bell notification so that way you don't miss any of our videos. And today, XLM, Stellar, and AVAX. I'm going to talk about just a little bit over the last couple of days. You've seen crypto market kind of jumping pretty heavy. I know I have. And right now, XLM is trading about 0.51. It's moving in a bit of a range motion right now. We still have about 14 hours in this trading period going on, but you know, and I know that crypto doesn't really sleep, so that's the cool thing. Why honestly, I love to trade crypto the most. But right now, the high for today is, well, 0.52. The low is at 50. Moving in that range. Now, currently, the RSI is sitting. Let's take a look. Let me just kind of move this just a taste. Yeah, there we go. The RSI is trading pretty good. It's sitting at about 70.58 as well. MACD is kind of covering it. So what does that mean? Hopefully you went short coming off of this the resistance level, and that's what we're looking at on the daily time frame. So I don't know if you do on the daily, the 4 hour, or the medium day or the intraday, of course, within an hour. So, but let's take a look at what we're seeing with the, let me just move that. I don't need that time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour mark if this is what you're trading. So far on the 4 hour, it looks like it's going up just a little bit, but not enough. I do believe it's resisting higher prices, so I do believe that it's going to kind of go down. Of course, you need to take a look at your Fibonacci scale to kind of get a better idea if we're going to rebound down, if we're going to continue that trajectory or not. But that's kind of, I believe it's going to be just from the 4 hour, or I'm sorry, the 1 day time frame. But over and all, if you entered the trade here, you're probably a little bit nervous. I mean, that we're talking about from November the 24th. I'm sorry, November the 27th. So if you entered there, you kind of had a hard moment. But if you look at the hour time frame, for example, you've probably had a little bit better success, right? So you probably already exited. And I don't have on my indicators the RVI at the moment, but in general, you know how to leave and enter. If you don't, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe I'll make a video discussing that a little bit more in detail, why it's so important to use the RVI with the MACD in comparison, right? So, and the RSI. So those are kind of really three big in volume and volume as well. So really four indicators that really kind of are going to help you enter and exit a trade. But I love the RVI specifically, more so when I'm going short. And if you combine that with, of course, channels, and you'll see I've started changing up a little bit for the videos just to kind of show you guys what's going on. One moment. All right, we got that moved out of the way, but you can see the 1 hour time frame. If that's what you're trading, it's kind of up and down, pretty volatile. Honestly, it's pretty aggressive coming through. If you were waiting to hit that more mark, this is why it's important to have multiple different time frames sometimes. Now, for example, 4 hour, let's go to the 15-minute mark. Yeah, 15-minute mark is still there. And we'll go to the 1 minute. In the middle. Yeah, let me just zoom that up because you guys can't see jack. But you can kind of see it's kind of moving not so good. So I wouldn't enter this trade, to be honest, right now, just because it is pretty much stagnant, right? Zooming this in. There we go. Pretty much stagnant. I mean, the difference between is like 1 cent. So I'm not going to enter that. But over and all, if we're talking about the daily time frame, let me just move through daily right here. Yeah. Multiple windows are always a good idea, by the way. Yeah, the daily is a little bit easier. So for me, trading the daily, I would go short daily and just hold it. Now, it makes a very strong psychological point simply because, well, back and forth, you're nervous, right? So this would be easier, but I believe just without using any indicators, just kind of a little bit of guesswork. I know it's pretty forbidden, but for the most part, I think that it's going to kind of go back up. So trading it daily, going short for a little bit of time until I really start to see the RVI above 50, about 50 or so with the RVI, then I would kind of exit it out and just wait. So this is one of those tokens that you can kind of like gamble on a little bit. But if you're kind of trading your risk to loss ratio, if you're like 1 to 3, this can be quite the headache, right? So keep that in mind. But over and all, I think we will start to break. Let me just kind of lower this a little bit to come back. Yeah. So I think we can kind of, if it doesn't come back to resistance, then we're going to kind of work towards support level, and we could see a reversal. But that's hard to see, especially with the news that it can go down furthermore. If it does go down, it can actually reverse it pretty strong. And that news is all based on like what it's going to do in January, which you've heard me speak about before. I told you we need to watch out. That's going to be coming from, of course, the administration that's coming in now. But overall, that's XLM. So for me, I'm not going to trade it more right now. Anyways, I'm going to wait until we get somewhere else. Please keep that in mind. Your like risk management coming through middle right now, it could be a very dangerous point unless you really see some signals coming in. But depending on your trading, if you're in a swing trade, entering right now is a bad idea. So, like that's my opinion. So be very careful with XLM right now, and I think that's why you see in the volume as well, it's kind of like very, very low because people understand that. So you have to remind what other people are thinking too at the same time. The same thing when you are setting up for your other trades as well, right? So if you're setting up your stop loss for some, you got to think about what other people are going to be setting their stop losses to, and it could actually trigger it when it could bounce back up. So keep that in mind. All right, AVAX, got a channel going on right here. I'm on the daily time frame. We're still moving up. Now, what I believe just from looking at the channel and on the daily, if you're actually trading on the daily time frame, which I mostly do, then you would understand that it could be a good moment to go short, just to kind of catch that, but also at the same time, make sure that we got a confirmation on the signal because it could actually break out and continue going upwards, right? So it's trading right now. And by the way, these are perpetuals if I haven't told you so. It's trading at, yeah, sorry guys. All right, so again, it could break out above this, but you want to make sure that your indicators are coming through. So looking at this, if I get a confirmation that it's going to break out, then I will probably go long in this, but what I do believe is going to happen is going to have a little bit of reversal coming in, and it's going to start working out. But at the same time, if we, for example, let me just place our line here. If you kind of look at it on the daily time frame, right here, yeah, there we go. Then you're going to see that we have a bit of a support level kind of coming up right here, and we're reaching resistance. Right, so the resistance level here shows me specifically that it's more than likely going to get rejected and start going down, so to enter a short position. Now, this is just going off the daily time frame. And of course, take your risk management sections very close to heart and pay attention and get a confirmation. But let's dive in and look at the 4-hour mark and see if we can get a confirmation. So 4 hours shows that we got about 2.5 hours before this candle closes. So if it actually confirms within the next candle or two, typically there's always a 3 candles confirmation if you're going by candles. And if that happens, then it's a breakout, right? It's breaking above that trend line, so it's going to continue upwards. So then we would have to redo everything. But going further more down to the hour time frame, also, we have this right here. We have a rejection of higher price, and then it kind of came back down. It did break over a little bit, but also rejected again, and we have about 30 minutes left of this candle. And if it closes up above as well, then what we'll probably see is the next candle coming over, and that could be a potential confirmation. And of course, putting the Fibonacci from this level would also help us to understand the breakout pattern coming through. So again, and if we want to go just a little bit further, just to kind of get a good solid. Now, this is why the time frames here. Also getting, 15 minutes. Now the candle is a little bit weak. It's resisting a lower price, so more than likely it's going to go up, right? So, and that's the 15. Let's look at the 5-minute. Bullish as well, a bullish candle. And then if we go to the 1-minute, so big possibility, but to come in and look at the hour time frame would be better, especially if you're trading on the daily candle. And probably going to break out and go through, but use your Fibonacci if you know how to do that. And of course, get a confirmation if it's going to reverse. So pretty much that's what's going on with AVAX, selling at $55 right now. Pretty good. I think it's if you notice, like in our channel, looking at the 1 hour, we stick to the channel pretty good. So I think minus from what it was on the 27th to 28th. But right now it's sticking to the channel quite well, right? So, but if you're trading within like the 15-minute mark, now I would make another channel specifically for this time frame, but I believe it would be a pretty kind of coming through. You can kind of see where it will kind of stay true to that or not. So channels, and of course making your support levels and your resistance levels too, and your last 15 minutes. If you're trading on the 15 minutes, I'll say last 30 pips, 30 candles or so, make a trend line based on that, and that can kind of help you, especially mixed with the other indicators that we use, the RVI, for example. And let's take a look at the RVI right now. So it's a strong buying signal, right? Let's look at that. What is that sitting at right now? RVI is at 62, so it's a pretty much a big buy signal. So definitely don't go short on 62, right? So, big buying signal. So keep an eye on that as well. Let's look at the market as a total, right? So the market as a total for the market cap for the day, BNB jumped up 19.9%. XRP, a lot different than what it was yesterday at about 0.49. Solana's up by 4.9. I actually hold some Solana. Did pretty good. AVAX is at 6.2% total. TRX is also up by 69.3% as well. H-bar did fall a little bit at minus 5.5%, and Cardano's coming down at 3.5%. I think that's going to change a little bit today. I think before the day's over, Cardano may break even, maybe 1 or 2%. Hopefully, just based on the news, especially with Hoskinson's and everything with Hydra. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you expect to happen with Cardano specifically? Is it going to go parabolic eventually? Are we ever going to reach the $3 mark? And what about XRP? Do you expect XRP to go up to $3? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys again next time.